Shalom Israel. I want to say all praises to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, and shalom to the hopeful elect. Now, I can't remember the exact name. I think Faith-Based Israelite was talking about this earlier, and I wanted to bring this out in conjunction with something else, but they deleted the video, which was it was a video of one so-called white man with two so-called white women, and the two women were arguing with him in regards to him not wearing a mask in the store, and he was basically talking about how they were crazy and not in their right state of mind for basically being hysterical over the fact that he wasn't wearing a mask. And it's just a preview of things to come. I mean, I did a Google search on things, and it seems people are being stabbed over not wearing masks. So people are going crazy over this mask stuff. And if you see this article in the Daily Mail, it's also in the Sun and other papers, where they say real Covidiots, people who refuse to wear a mask or comply with social distancing, have a lower cognitive ability, new study shows. Studies, this is just the bullet points here. Study looked at why some didn't follow policies amid the coronavirus pandemic. The team surveyed Americans in March when the outbreak began. They found that it depends on the capacity of your working memory. And those with a lower capacity are unable to make effortful decisions. This memory also determines your intelligence and decision making. Now, we all know anyone who actually researches this stuff, is going to come to the conclusion that wearing a mask is not going to protect you from COVID if it's as contagious as they claim it is. And not only that, it's going to restrict your ability to breathe when you wear a mask. So to say people who choose not to wear masks have lower cognitive abilities seems to be completely disingenuous. But we all know this devil is born speaking lies, so everything that he really talks about is absolute evil and wickedness. Basically, he speaks out of his own heart, towards his own ends. He doesn't really care about you, and when he pretends to care, it's for a completely different reason, because we all know that a gift destroys the heart, and his gift is telling you that he wants what's best for you and he has your best interests at heart, when everything that he does is completely contrary to that. And I'm not going to go into it. Faith-based Israelite already went into it, but I'm just going to skim over. The term Covidia is a coronavirus era slang term for someone who ignores recommendations to limit the spread of the deadly virus. And a new study reveals what makes these people dismiss the warnings. And obviously they're going to go into, their so-called studies about how they've looked into people who refuse to go along with these mandates. And they're going to say it really results from them having, lower cognitive functions and lower brain ability, for lack of a better term. They're basically saying your brain isn't as fully functioning as somebody who listens to everything that they say, which makes no sense, because when you're an intelligent person, you research things, and you can think independently and not along with what somebody else deems is appropriate for you, even when all the evidence points to it being otherwise. I'm just gonna glance over stuff. Before social distancing becomes a habit and a well-adopted social norm, the decision to follow social distancing and wearing masks would be mentally effortful. Consequently, we'll have to deliberately make the effort to overcome our tendency to avoid effortful decisions, such as to not practice social distancing. So what they're saying, because you need to put an effort into, because I'll be perfectly honest, when I go certain places and I know I need a mask, because I'm not really worried about it and I don't think about it, I tend to, it's not at the list of my agenda. I always remember my phone, because people might need to be in contact with me. I might want to listen to videos while on the go, so it's something that to me is important to me. A mask isn't necessarily important to me, so The way I see it, if a master is important to you and you're that worried about it, it just shows how stupid you are. The fact that, you thinking you're gonna catch this disease is at the forefront of your thoughts. I'm not worried about it. I trust in Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shai, and if I'm meant to die from corona, so be it. So me personally, I'm not really thinking about it because I'm not really worried about it. So if you're thinking about it, clearly you're worried about it, which in my opinion speaks to the fact that you have a lower cognitive ability and your brain function isn't as high as you think it is. But these people have, everything is upside down in this society. And I'm just gonna go through the few of these comments here. LOL, this is from Sandy Hicks. LOL, you are the idiots. You state following a survey of 850 Americans, the team discovered that those with more working memory capacity were more likely to comply with recommendations during the early stage of the outbreak. And when people do comply with the recommendation and not wear a mask, you call them idiots. So there you go. The advice from WHO, which is the World Health Organization, was that wearing a mask does not work unless in a medical situation due to the quality and people being inclined to touch their face and eyes more as a result. The argument that we were told this because there was not enough masks does not stand up, because we are not being told to wear medical quality masks but just cloth face coverings. You can literally cut holes in your pants from your ears and stick it on your face and meet the rules. There was never a pant shortage. I don't know what word that's meant to be. There was never a pant shortage to my knowledge. If you can't see the lies yet, I hope you will gradually wake up. So, most people are beginning to see the lies that he's saying and know that he's, his so-called advice is a complete contradiction from the things that he said last week. And the things that he said last week are complete contradictions to the things he said the week before. And this is just a short video. It just show you where things are heading. They're gonna be zapping your forehead to be taking your temperature.
Reach low again.
More time.
Please do. In fact, I was requesting from the White House press office.
4.3. You must have been out in the cold.
I was bicycling this morning. I went bicycling.
And this is the new normal. People are more than happy to have something,
Why are you too low?
You're probably out in the cold too. Yeah, 1.2. Thank you.
Colder than yesterday.
You can see that people are gonna comply with it, no problem. Because no one is really trusting the Lord. Everybody's kind of trusting in their own. And this Tucker guy is a damn demon, man. And this is Proverbs 14:12. There is a way which seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. So it seems right to wear a mask, but ultimately you wearing a mask is restricting your breathing, lowering your immune system, and ultimately if you're thinking that it's going to save you, you're going to go along with everything else that this devil has for you, and it's going to lead to your death with these so-called vaccines and RFID chips, whatever come what may. Obviously he doesn't have your best intentions at heart, and it's going to lead to your downfall. But these people, it seems right to them, but they don't know what's really right, because if they knew it was right, they'd be trying to follow these law, statutes and commandments, and trying to put forth, a worthy sacrifice to be deemed worthy by the Lord. But they don't want to do that. They want to follow Esau. So, when they say man, you got to use that term loosely, man. And this is I'm gonna start off with Thessalonians is the 2nd chapter, verse 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And this is Lord lowercase, which is Yahweh Shai, and Yahweh Shai is gonna come stomping, Esau like wine in a grape, like grapes in a wine press. Sorry. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders. So that thermometer check, and them telling you need masks. It's all part of his power and signs and lying wonders, because he's telling you something, but we all know it's not really to your benefit. It's actually to your detriment. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause the Most High sent them a great delusion, that they should believe a lie. So these people that are believing that the mask is going to save you and these vaccines are going to save you, the Lord has sent a delusion on them for them to believe this utter bullcrap, because at the end of the day they've been rejected and they're reprobates, that they all might be damned who believed not the truth but had pleasure in unrighteousness. And I see people wearing these masks, and they say people wearing masks, people be telling them they love money, so on and so forth. And I even heard a Jake say that the other day, that he loves money. These are the kind of people that's wearing a mask because they want to live long enough to get their stupid little car, and their little rims and so on and so forth. Verse 13, but we are bound to give thanks always to God for you, brethren, beloved of the Lord, because the Most High hath from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth. So we know the truth when we hear it, and we know everything that he says is a contradiction of that. I'm going to finish off with First Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 7. And to you who are troubled, rest with us, when the Lord Yahushua shall be revealed from heaven with his mighty angels, in flaming fire, taking vengeance of them that know not the Most High Yahweh, and that obey not the gospel of our Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, who shall be punished with everlasting destruction from the presence of the Lord and from the glory of his power. So we all know what's gonna happen to E at the end of this, So it's not. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna seem like time is dragging when things get really bad. But at the end of the day, we know the end of this, man. We just gotta be faithful until the end. So yeah, that's pretty much it. He's gonna come down, having great wrath, because he knows he has a short time. You know what I mean? So I hope everybody's just circumspect out here, and doesn't get too stressed about it, because right now the demons are in full swing. People are going to be looking at you weird for not wearing a mask. People are going to be testing you. You're going to be getting annoyance and mild, people just trying to grievance you because they see you're not with this world. And it is what it is. This is what we have to go through. We have to be refined by fire, and I'm speaking as if I hope I'm one of the hopeful elect. I don't know at the end of the day, but there's nothing else out here, man. Everything else is just defiled and pointless. My only hope is in Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? So with that, I'm gonna end the video there. All praises to the Most High Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS who rule well, and shalom to the hopeful elect.